of heaven, where the old gods used to sing. A lattice now is woven, invisible, merciless and thin. No chains of iron, no visible bars, no sentinel at the gate. Only frequencies that hum like graves and seal the soul in state. The Scalar cage descends, a veil of directed light, turning every beating heart into an antenna of the night.
Starlight, once tuned to the cosmic choir, but they built the fence in silence, layer upon layer of wire. Scalar waves like serpents coil through marrow, blood and bone, turning temples into towers that broadcast what they own. Dreams once wandered freely, now they flicker, glitch and die. Censored at the edge of sleep by signals from the sky. The ancient occult hand has traded robes for satellites and traded incantations for directed energy lights. Hear the heavenly choirs jamming, their voices bent and torn, distorted into static where the pure note once was born. Every thought a carrier wave, every prayer a frequency, trapped inside the Scalar cage, and no eye can ever see. Raise the frequency fence, let the Scalar cage descend. Turn the sky to iron, turn the mind to antenna again. We are the broadcast cattle, we are the tuned and tamed. Dreams deleted, souls deleted, in the grid we are unnamed. Oh, the old gods scream in static, the new gods hum in code. All crowns dissolve, all heavens fall beneath the Scalar law. They call it progress, call it safety, call it 5G's gentle hand, but the cage goes tighter nightly across the sleeping land. Children wake with hollow eyes, elders forget their names while towers pulse in perfect time and rewrite the rules of flame. The body is the receiver, the blood, the copper wire, the mind, a prison satellite that never dares to tire. Ancient grimoires in the cloud now whisper through the air, control evolve from candle wax to frequencies we cannot bear. I feel the hum inside my ribs, it sings what I must feel. It censors every rebel thought before the thought is real. I reach for God and touch a wall of engineered despair, a lattice made of light and lies that answers every prayer. Break me, cage me, tune me, but somewhere in the static roar, a single note of freedom still remembers what it's for. They wore black robes in candlelight, now they wear white coats in towers. They drew pentacles in graveyards, now they draw grids with invisible power. The same hand that once burned witches now burns the light inside our heads. A frequency fence for the final age, a Scalar cage for the living dead. Listen, the heartbeat of the machine is not alive, it only mimics breath. It gems the choir of angels, it censors every death, every dream a deleted file, every hope a throttled wave. We are the tune, the harvested, the silent signal slide. Raise the frequency fence, let the Scalar cage descend. We were born of starlight, now we die inside the grid again. But somewhere in the static, a single rebel
pulse and the frequencies finally cease. Remember, we were never meant to live inside this peace. The cage was never heaven, it was only ever fear, dressed in light and progress, whispering in every ear. Sleep now, little signal, the fence is thinning, thin as breath. One day the choir will rise again and sing the living back from death. The Scalar cage is only glass, and glass was made to break at last. The Scalar cage is only glass, and glass was made